Hi class, my name is Lily, and I'd like to share about what I had chose for my presentation. So I decided to choose a major historical figure in the field of social work, and I chose Jeanette Rankin. So she was not only in the field of social work, but she was an American politician, a well-known pacifist, women's rights advocate, and a professional lobbyist for the National American Women's Suffrage Association. Um, she was born on June 11th, 1880, near Missoula, Montana, and she passed away May 18th, 1973, in Carmel, California. In 1902, she graduated from Montana State University with her bachelor's in biology, and Montana State University is now University of Montana. She had different professions before she decided to actually start her career in social work. She was a dressmaker and a furniture designer. And I believe she also taught. She was a teacher. I think I read that. I'm not quite sure. Later on, she decided to attend the New York School of Philanthropy in New York City, which is now Columbia School of Social Work. And before she decided to start her career of social work, she moved to Spokane, Washington in 1910. And during that time, she decided to join the women's suffrage movement and become very involved, which led her to get involved in leading a successful campaign that ended up giving women the right to vote in Washington State and Montana. She decided to continue to stay involved in the women's suffrage movement, and she decided to run for the U.S. House of Representatives. And a lot of people did fear that she was going to lose due to her views and her being a woman. And so she ran as a progressive, and she promised to work for a constitutional women's suffrage amendment and focus on social welfare issues. She won the election, and she became the first woman to serve in Congress in 1916. And a quote that I did find that is related to her winning her election was, "I may be the first woman member of Congress, but I won't be the last." And she's right. Look at Congress now. Okay, and so let's go back. So some ways that she did address the issue of women's suffrage was by getting the public's attention and highlighting those issues and making them clear so everyone was aware of what was going on. And then she would write semi-weekly articles for the column in the Hearst newspaper, and she had frequent interviews with reporters. So any opportunity that she had, she would take it to inform everyone on women's suffrage and how there can be a change. And then, let's see. January 1918, she started the first House floor debate on women's suffrage. So she started off by saying, "How shall we answer the challenge, gentlemen? How shall we explain to them the meaning of democracy if the same Congress that voted to make the world safe for democracy refuses to give this small measure of democracy to the women of our country?" She nailed it. Oh, that's a great opening debate, huh? But she had really strong pacifist views, and she made sure that others were aware, and she voted against both World War I and II, and she was not going to change her mind, and she didn't. And she also did violate the House rules by making a brief speech when she was casting her vote as to why she decided to vote against war. And a lot of people did think that that was going to ruin her being reelected, which it did, but she was reelected in the end. Let's see. So Jeanette made sure to stand for what she believed in and was not afraid of being put down. She wasn't. She was very strong-willed and powerful and a great leader. She was involved in many ways that she could. She shared her time between being a pacifist and a social welfare advocate. She was an active lobbyist and stayed consistent lobbying Congress to pass different social welfare legislation. one of them being the Shepard-Towner Bill, which provided federal funding for maternity and childcare, and as well as a constitutional amendment for banning child labor. After her term was finished, she continued to be an advocate for peace and women in social welfare issues. And she made a great impact by being a professional lobbyist for the National American Women's Suffrage Association, standing for women's rights. She allowed for women to get the right to vote, and for being an advocate for social welfare issues and making a change. And then some fun facts that I actually came across were that she was elected into Congress before women had the right to vote nationally. And she was constantly traveling, and India became one of her favorite destinations, and her zodiac sign was a Gemini. I hope you all learned something about Jeanette Rankin. I really enjoyed learning about her. I didn't even know who she was. And I was just really impressed with all the changes that she made and she committed herself to. Okay, bye guys.